All right, look at this little cutie. This is his second e-collar walk. He's actually walks on puppy prong heel, which is what we call the Star Mark training collar. It's like a softer version of the metal prong collar. But I have him on slip leash because I was afraid that it would trump the e-collar levels. Because if you have a dog that really pulls, not that he's really bad at pulling, but he has his moments. If you have a dog that really pulls, sometimes prong collar can trump low-level e-collar. Then you need a higher e-collar for the dog to respond. And so in the teaching phase, if you have a dog that's more sensitive or smaller, it really just depends. We've had some Chihuahua puppies in on micro prong collar because, they're evil. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what I meant. Anyway, he's already been through puppy training, and so he's really good. He knows what we want. He knows us, And so just felt like slip leash and e-collar was the best bet for him his first few days for introduction. And it's so interesting. He wants what he wants when he wants it. So here we have a dog that's definitely gonna startle us. Hang on just a second. It's an old guard dog. There it is. Shh, you're all right. Let's go. So I paused for a second, and I did tap. I'm only at a 6. He's conditioning. Let's go. Good job. Good. Sit down. Good. So I paused for a second and I tapped the button just to give him a chance to take it in because this dog is slow to the fence. Let's go. And then as the dog started to close in, turned, kept him moving, got far enough away, stop and sit food, okay? But we're not done. We're gonna go back and then I'll forget what I was talking about. Let's go. Good. Heel. This time we're gonna bubble out, but I have to wait for traffic. Sit. Good, because I'm not gonna walk right in front of the fence again, but I don't wanna avoid it either, which is really important when you're working through a dog's anxiety. Heel. So there's a little bit of distance, just a little bit. And then now let's go. We're just gonna do a little bubble out. And the owners are in the front yard now, so. But it's still important. It doesn't matter let's go. It doesn't matter. Oh, there's another dog. It doesn't matter if someone comes and gets their dog. Heel. You want to try to do another pass by. This one's far off the sidewalk, so we're going to stay on the sidewalk. Heel. And we're going to go super slow. See how I slowed down? We're going to work through the anxiety. But anyway, you want to do this a few times. This is how you build trust. This is how you work on emotion. Heel. Good. So every time you hear me give the heel command, there's pressure on the leash. See, pressure. And I'm holding down the button. Now, I'd say he did great. That was really good. But let's go. It's not enough. So heel. It's harder because I don't have the structure of the sidewalk. Let's go. I know we're doing it again. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? When you're working with a puppy or an adult dog, if they have a pretty big emotional reaction to something, if it's a safe environment, so the dog is behind a fence and nobody's in the front yard to give me a glare, heel. Then you do it again and again. Let's go. Good. That was just a tap. I'm going to just pause. Let him just listen to it for a second. Take it all in. Sit. Good. You see how stationary is harder? He popped up because he wants to get out of here. Heel. Do 3 to 5 passes working on improving your dog's mental state every time. Good. Good job. There's that shocked look. Why are we walking by this dog again? but it's so important. Good. Good job, bud. It's an elderly pity boxer mix. Let's go. So that's just to kind of get, let's go. That's just to kind of get his attention. So that's a brief tap. Heel. When I'm conditioning the command heel, because that's new, that's when you see me hold, guide, release. Now he's not absorbing a ton of what the e-collar means right now, heel, because he's under stress, but it's helping me get his attention, on me, and that's heel, and that's what I want. So what I was talking about before is he's a really funny guy on the walk. If you walk too far without turning, without having him stop and sit or down, he does it for you. He'll jump on you, he gets on my feet, heel, he will just lay down, and you're like, oh, he's tired or hot or nervous. Well, one of those things could absolutely be true, but no, he also just does it because he wants to be worked for a treat. But I'll tell you, after the puppy work that he's had, his owners have clearly kept up with all of that focus work and conditioning, because I love that. I love that kind of heel. I love that kind of wanting to work. Heel. He's just gotten a bit pushy about it. His heel was so much better earlier. It's after seeing those dogs. It's rattled him a little bit. Heel. So we're just gonna go slow, work him through it. Here is another boxer on a harness. Let's go. So I'm just gonna go this way because it doesn't look secure. So we're gonna go in the opposite direction, tighten up my leash. I'm not going up on levels because this is only his second walk. So I will not be using e-collar to control him. And I'm just gonna keep my eye on this boxer because the harness isn't even on correctly. So I'll be back. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Good. And you will never see me do this. I mean, hardly ever. I'm going to go into this person's yard and hide because it is, and I'm going to put myself right here, sit, until this person walks by, because the harness isn't even on. Yeah, it's not even on. There's two things you can do with a puppy. Let's go. Working through such a terrifying situation like that. Heel. And one of them is you bubble out, pull out food, and you, let me see if I can do it with holding the camera. Good sit. Like, be the leader, stand up straight, give space. Let's go. Then I would keep him moving. Let's go. And I would do this. So he's not getting it. He's just getting like a nibble, right? I could do that while I'm walking, or as long as I don't bust my butt moving backwards, I can go backwards, engage, engage, engage. That can be a bit dangerous to do on a neighborhood sidewalk, but it's crazy useful to get your puppy's attention. Ugh, sorry, bud. But once your puppy hits maybe 4 months for tenacious breeds, like that boxer we just saw, 4, 5, 6 months. I think this little guy heel is 7 months. Perfect timing for a small dog. You want to start heel, just controlling the situation as best you can with energy, body language. Let's go, bubble out and around a car if you need to. Wait till that scary distraction passes. Then calmly feed your dog if you are inclined to do that. If the dog is nervous or anxious, heel. Wait till it passes by or you pass by. That is what we do with what we start to do with the adolescent pups that are starting to problem solve more, that need to learn to be calmer, not just be fed food. It's a way of weaning off and calming the brain, weaning off food and calming the brain at the same time. So anyway, guys, I hope this video, it was way more impactful than I thought it was going to be. Distraction-wise, I mean, I don't know how much it's impactful, but distraction-wise, way more than, I expected. So I'm going to get off here, get back to my quiet walk, which was the purpose of this, to just teach Ecollar. Heel. Good.